I know. It's really late. But better late than never, right? Maybe. All right, hello and welcome to the MatchDayVlogs YouTube channel. As always, please remember to smash that like button and hit subscribe if you haven't already, because it really does make a difference to the channel. We are here this evening at long last. It's been a long week. It's been a really long week. We've been postponing this as far back as we possibly could.
We didn't want to. We didn't want to postpone this as far back as we want to, but it got to about 45 minutes. We were like, yeah, this Friday.
Yeah, and we had plans to do it on Wednesday, but unfortunately the game got fogged off. You got it fogged off?
I don't know what's a good way of saying it. We got fogged off. We got fogged off,
and and if I'm honest, I didn't really want to talk about the previous fixture because on these shows you have to refer to the previous fixture.
We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to talk about it.
Do we have to?
Yeah, we do. We do. Okay. But hey, look, let's do an upside first. That Wednesday, the B team looked great for the first 45 minutes. So that was some good football we saw for the first 45 minutes.
And in case anyone wonders how foggy it was, I have actually got an image here. It's quite arty. I might get a print of this. If anyone else wants a print, let me know, because I think it's quite nice. Look, this is what it was. Look at that. Spooky.
Can I use that as an album cover?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like 3 UFOs and red mist. Really like that. So
beautiful.
MatchDayVlogs photography prints coming soon. Like and subscribe. All right, because everyone's in the chat section and everyone's with us. We're gonna go over I can't believe it was a defeat. Do you know the worst thing about it was I think the worst we were expecting. Let's be honest. Most Saints fans would have been gutted if we got a draw.
Yeah.
And I think that was what it was, because I saw some crazy things on Twitter saying that was the worst. That's even worse than I'm not going to go into what they refer to, but I think you know exactly what they're going to refer to. And it kind of was because we were expecting something, and from that other fixture at United, we weren't expecting anything, and we were buzzing. And actually, we caught up in the morning on Saturday, didn't we, Jack? And I think we were looking at the fixtures ahead, thinking like, do you know what? If we win today, and you went, if? What do you mean if? When? And it would have made our run in towards Christmas really comfortable, and actually the pressure would have been off completely. So, but yeah, I'm disappointed. In case anyone missed it, we scored very early, and classic early goal, but in short, our defence didn't hold up on that day. No. So that was the real front of it. Who's to blame though, Jay? I mean, I think there are a few fingers pointing at McCarthy's direction. Is he 100% to blame for those 2 goals?
Do you know what? In rewatching them tonight, yeah. I watched that first one. It's near post, and he gets to it, and it still doesn't go. It still goes in. The second one, real close to him again. How it goes in, I don't know. Near post. How he's being beaten at that near post every time. It's bad. Like you can't take him out the squad. There's no point in doing that because it just doesn't work. Swapping goalkeepers out. McCarthy's here. McCarthy's going to be, he's got a new contract, so he's staying. So no matter what, this is what we need to be sticking with.
Yeah.
The annoying thing is, leading up to this game, I was really giving McCarthy a lot of praise because he's had some great clean sheets, but that has been because the defense in front of him has been absolutely flawless for the past few weeks. And then finally he's called upon, and we lose.
Yeah.
It's not, and it's just not good enough from him. And that goalkeeper position is just it's looking more and more fragile every time I look at it. But at the same time, there's a lot of things that went bad in the game. To be honest, all of our predictions were right for the first 45 minutes. Because my phone was going off. Like annoyingly, we weren't at the game. I couldn't watch it. I was at another game. I was at an FA Vars game here in Salisbury. So I was there with the only Norwich fan I know. I was with him there, and I was very braggadocious coming in. And then I kept on seeing the updates of Shea taking shots, Krul saving stuff, doing all this. They were on it for the first. And when you score in the opening 4, that's like this. Here we go. If we hadn't conceded that first goal,
yeah,
I feel like the game would have been obviously it would have been really, really, really different.
yeah. Coming here from
And
Josh, foul on Kyle Walker-Peters in the build-up. Why didn't VAR look at it? Thought exactly the same thing. I was quite shocked that it wasn't pulled back for that. So who knows? I don't think any comment was made in terms of the pundits having a post look at the game, but I think everyone was just kind of like, "Oh, Norwich have got the new manager bounce," even though they won their previous game.
yeah, like I said to you all the way down to the big game. Like when I watched Match of the Day, I thought I missed the punditry about Southampton after the game, but they just didn't talk about it at all. Like no one seemed to care, and I think it was a performance that almost renders that kind of punditry of like, why I'm not even going to bother talking about this because they know what they did, and it was everything was wrong. I think everything was wrong. I think Ralph's substitutions were poor. I don't know. They didn't really make any sense. Why you would take Shea off? Why you would start Diallo? Why you wouldn't start Teller? Why you would bring, Walker on and not Teller?
Yeah.
Lots of questionable things in that game, and almost maybe looking like Leeds last year, where he's made changes, he's tried something out, he's risked it against a team he thought we could take a chance here, and he hasn't learned from that lesson last year.
Right. Yeah.
And that's just kind of, that kind of feels like the onus is on Ralph for that game as well. But I think everything was bad that game. I think everyone had a bad game. Minus Shea. I think Shea's looking better and better, and he's got those 2 goals. And I thought his goal was fantastic. The muscle, the strength to keep on it.
Yeah.
I saw a good interview with him this week. I think it was with Tom Leach. I think it was with Tom Leach, and Shea just saying how hard it was when he started it with us, and he was just snatching at chances and just trying to go for anything. And now he's sort of got a more level head, and you can see it. You can see what a better player Shea is this season. And I think Shea sees the similar things with Adam Armstrong, where he's come from this league, he's got loads of goals last season, wants to prove himself this season. And stuff he's taking, he's snatching at it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But for what he's, I think the goals are going to come. I think, I think Sheridan and Brozier don't look too bad together as well. I think it's a bad combination. So I think there's a lot going forward. I think now that Gineppo's fit, back at it properly. Where did that come from? Look at that bad boy. I love that. That was great.
It's Friday night.
Yeah, I think, Redmond's back this weekend as well. So hopefully,
Congratulations, by the way, to Nathan Redmond.
Yeah, big congrats to Nathan
becoming
Redmond.
father.
I toast my Dr. Pepper to you, sir.
Indeed. Here's to fatherhood, and all that are blessed with it, and get no sleep from it. There you go.
But yeah, Redmond coming back. I don't think Stevens is fit for the weekend.
He said he is, but I think it's like he was being pushed. Like, is it 80-20? Is it 50-50? And I think Ralph put up a comment and said, well, there's a lot of competition in those slots, and there's no reason to rush him back. And I think it would probably be quite foolish to rush him back, from injury against an opposition, which, let's face it, is going to be pretty tough.
Yeah, it is pretty tough. But at the same time, I kind of look at the squad now, and unfortunately, I kind of look at Bednarak as a bit of a funny one. Whereas, has he kind of hit the ceiling of how good he is in our squad? Because you've got Salasu next to him, playing really, really well. I think he made a slight mistake for the Norwich goal, but to be fair to him, that's his first mistake in how many games?
Yeah,
I just feel like Bednarak might he needs to step up a bit more and become that leader of the back line and really become the veteran what he should be.
Yeah,
because if Jack Stevens fits, he takes that role.
Yeah.
And if you're going to play 5 at the back, like what we've been doing, I would rather see a Stevens, Lianco, Salasu than I would Bednarak, Stevens. I just feel like if I'm choosing my favorite combinations of what I would put at the back, Bednarak is kind of out of a lot of it.
That's not a bad shout, though. What you think he might? We'll get onto Liverpool thing in a minute. One other final thought on the Norwich thing was this comment, I think, from Vince Now.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Why did Ralph sub on Walcott instead of Teller? Walcott had a brilliant opportunity to head in and to draw us level. And I think the telling sign of that was, it was a classic thing of like, the moment we scored, I was like, get in, nice early goal. Right, let's shut up shop and do what we normally do. And then the moment they scored, I thought, okay, we've not really scored more than one in any of the wins that we've had. And I think when it got to about 60th minute, I was thinking Norwich are getting a few more chances, and I had that feeling like I'll take a point right now.
Yeah.
And I wasn't expecting to have that kind of. And the real disappointment here was the fact that obviously when they got the winning goal, but the fact they got the winning goal from Grant Hanley header, I was thinking, what is this? Like
That's the most, it's the most embarrassing thing
I mean,
that's the way to do it.
No disrespect to Hanley, but it was almost like we were beaten by clearly a championship side, and that was the worry. And I think that's the most depressing side of it, from my perspective, is the fact that the manner in which we got robbed. Really,
it's these are the games that we were meant to put aside. They're like these sort of games are what we were meant to win now. But at the same time, even when it's going really, really well for Southampton, it always seems to be Norwich, Cardiff, West Brom, those sort of teams that we just do this against, and it's not good at all. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But it's kind of it. But the bigger picture of it is, if you looked at those games, what was it? Was it 4-5 games in a row? And you say you get 9 points out of those 5 games, I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So we're not in a bad position, but it's just hard. It's just this one was just hard to take, wasn't
it? It was. I mean, we had an opportunity to win 3 on the bounce, which is pretty unheard of. But it's just a Southampton thing to do, really, isn't it? To be sort of on the roll, thinking like, oh, go away to Watford, get a 1-0 win, get a 1-0 win against Villa after they came at us in the second half, and then go and lose 2-1 to Norwich. But I mean, do you see Norwich actually having a furthering bounce effect on this? I mean, do you see them staying up?
Nah, not really. I think Norwich are still what they are. They were still always going to get a couple of points this season. And, they've got much bit harder teams than us to play. So, no, not really.
Just being real there. Much harder sides than us to play.
Yeah, this is this. If you can't look at them beating us to think, oh well, they might make it through. It's like, nah.
We unless something crazy happens. Them in the
exactly.
First half,
we should have destroyed them.
It off.
And if you look at the shots at goal, the chances created in that first half, that Tim Krul save from there's loads of stuff. Yeah. And here's the thing with that substitution, that ball dropped to Theo. I kind of knew it wasn't going in. But if I saw Teller in that position and how hungry he is and how much he wants to be in this squad and how much he wants to play football, it would have gone in. You just know it would have gone in. And he asked Ralph for time to go. He was like, Ralph to go play in the B team, and he did, and he scored. He's doing, Teller's doing the right things, and I get that you don't want to rush him, but you look at Livramento, and you think there's no way I refuse to believe that Livramento is like he can get into that squad and Teller can't on the basis that we had preseason. He's younger than Teller. Teller has been brought up in this system, so he must know it. And the past few games, we've needed those wide men. And we've needed that attack. And he's exciting. Teller's exciting.
And I don't think it's the fact that it's almost like Ralph's reasons. I mean, he's never really been too specific on it, but it's almost like he still has a lot to learn. There's not enough experience there. And I'm thinking, yeah, but there's experienced players on the pitch that would help him. Like that Romeo and Prowse. Even a Redmond if he's playing up front or even just behind Nathan Teller. And I think maybe the fear is that you're going to have to play Teller on the right, and can you have Teller and Livramento on that side together? If Teller does mess up, he doesn't have the experienced player behind him. I think that could be the only other thing, is that he's playing on that right side where Livramento's going to play, and you can't have 2 players that might need some assistance. Like we've seen the past few games, Livramento hasn't had the best 2 games, and he's needed Romeo and he's needed those experienced players to help him out. Yeah.
So I don't know if you can have 2 on that side, but that also kind of comes to we'll talk about it a little bit when we do the lineups about maybe resting Livramento.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look at that, and let's put the Norwich loss to bed, and we can move on to what we're here to talk about tonight. God, a record in only 14 minutes to dwell over that miserable loss.
You said you didn't want to talk about it, but it had to be spoken about.
Yeah, we had to do it. Needed to be done.
Absolutely.
But in a nutshell, really, it wasn't too different to the fact that of the 1-0 wins that we got, we just didn't defend as well. So
Yeah.
there we go. There we go. Let's not panic. So, speaking of panicking, we're going to Anfield tomorrow, and Liverpool, who have yet to lose in the Premier League. So,
Yep.
I'm really looking forward to it. Do you know, this is one of those ones where I feel I've got a license to maybe think with my head. No? Okay. Sure.
That's not on brand, is it?
It's not on brand.
Listen, mate. If I'm not allowed to talk about if I'm not allowed to talk about XG, you're not allowed to think with your head.
All right, fair enough.
I think that's a fair deal.
Yeah. Oh man, right.
This game.
Did you see the Porto game?
I did see the Porto game.
Did you see that goal?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
It's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen.
Is it how was it for the Champions League? Was it 15 goals in 3 games? And then with Porto, that's now 17 goals in 3 games.
Yeah.
17 goals in 4 games. Sorry, 17 goals in 4 games in the Champions League.
It's pretty.
That's horrendous. That's insane.
Yeah.
I know everyone's talking about Chelsea right now, but for my money, I kind of think this might be another Liverpool year. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I think we might get when we get to those harder games later in the season.
Yep.
Liverpool going to do what they do, and they're going to win games ugly, and they're going to win it like that. It's not going to be like that for them tomorrow. It's going to be even harder. But you know, I honestly think this could be another year for Liverpool, and that makes me real nervous.
Well, I mean, I think. Do you know, when everyone's talking about Mo Salah, it's like he's the best player in the world. It's like, oh, come on. And then he did it again for the next few games. I was thinking, yeah, maybe everyone's right. Yeah. Maybe he actually is. I mean, he's scored some phenomenal goals single-handedly. And I think that's the one thing that really stands him out at the moment. In the rest of the Liverpool ranks, I mean, I think there's clearly some talent there, but I think perhaps the cohesion between all the players coming together is maybe going to be a bit of a challenge for them, but you know, they clearly have some fantastic players in there. I mean, Van Dijk's back. You know, the defense is looking pretty good. They're not conceding anywhere near what they were, and they're getting results. So it's truly a terrifying thing to look at. But should we have a look at the potential lineup of how Southampton may?
Yeah, let's talk about that, and then let's have an argument.
So I've put up here us in the yellow and with blue shorts.
Yellows.
That's what we'll be playing in, right? I saw a post from Lianco sort of saying that we might be playing the black kit, but I can't see that because it's got red in it.
Yeah, but it is all black. Like, if you came up with the excuse of I'm sorry, I passed that player, he had a little bit of red on his shirt.
I couldn't see it. Oh dear. So. Most contentious one. Do you think McCarthy's back in between the sticks?
I do think McCarthy just. I think you start him again.
Yeah.
I know people don't like it, and I get it. The only thing that makes me think otherwise is that Foster was in goal last season for the 1-0 win.
Mm-hmm.
At home. At home, but still against this Liverpool squad.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't deny that both of those goals were stoppable.
Yeah,
they absolutely were.
Mm-hmm.
So if this was any other position in the squad, you would say, yeah, they'd be out of the squad because there's somebody else that can play that. Yeah, definitely, because that was their fault. But we just can't keep doing this with the goalkeepers. We just can't keep doing it, unless we get Henderson in the summer, in the January, or we do get Sam Johnstone. We get. Those are looking on the cards, so that one of those is probably going to come in the summer. But we're going to have to deal with this for now, and I do honestly think it'll be McCarthy.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Adrian's absolutely right. They have lost this season. They lost 3-2.
Oh yeah, there you are.
So they're not unbeaten.
They're not.
Thank you. There we go. It's just my stat man. He was same person.
Yo, isn't Statman was in the comment sections earlier? So how he's not like chimed in on that? Come on, Statman. We saw saw your comment. Right. So let's you gotta help us out, bro. You gotta help us out.
That must mean that there is no team unbeaten in the Premier League now. Chelsea lost to City, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
I'm not having a look right now.
Gotta have a look right now.
Definitely not checking the table right now. Yeah, everyone has lost. They've only lost once, but there we go. And we've lost 4 times. Do you think it's weird that the clubs that we've lost to, though? Do you find that weird?
Yeah, but that's... I mean, again, that's just Southampton. That is just Wolves. Southampton, though. That is...
Yeah, you're right. Wolves are a bit...
These are all very Southampton losses so far.
Yeah. I wish we played Everton now and not right at the beginning of the season when they had a fully fit squad.
Yeah.
That could have been 3 points.
That could have been. But it's going to be... what formation are we going with? Because are we going to play 5 at the back? To really make sure nothing gets past them?
That is the big question. I mean, considering how aggressively pressing Liverpool are, it's almost like, we're going up right against an opposition who sort of plays in a very similar way to us in terms of their high press, very aggressive. So I could see us doing 3 centre backs and 2 wing backs. I just think maybe I don't know.
This is where the trauma kicks in, isn't it? Because you look at Liverpool and you know what happens to us.
Yeah.
At least once a season now, apparently. And I kind of look at our defence, and I look at especially with McCarthy there, and I think, right, if we play 3 centre backs, they are going to have to be so on it. They're going to have to be communicating, and they're going to have to. That's my
worry.
They are really, really going to have to be on it. And will you get that out of Salasu, Lianco, and Bednarak? Because those are the 3 you will have to start. Because I don't think Stevens will start.
No,
and
I agree.
Unless he does, but if he does, there's a good chance he might have to come off at a certain point, which is silly. It would just be a silly, silly move.
Yeah. I mean, that is my thought as well. I mean, if he does play 5 at the back, those are the choices. But how many communication errors have we seen where we've nearly conceded because Lianco's left it to Bednarek, Bednarek's left it to Lianco, and then all of a sudden there's an attack on goal. So,
or at the same time, I can see us. Let's say Stevens is fit, and we start 3 at the back with Stevens, Salasu, and Lianco. That's who I would put. That is what I would go with.
Yeah.
If worse does start coming to worse, to take off Stevens or to take off one of those does help us. To be able to switch from 3 at the back. Okay, we'll have to take them off and maybe bring Diallo on to add to the midfield, or we take him off and we bring on Brozier. Well, to be fair, in my mind, we might even start Brozier. So there's loads of ways this could go. But for me, I think we should probably predict 3 at the back.
Yeah. Okay. Let us know in the chat section, by the way. Do you reckon he's going to go with 3 centre-backs? And I'll give it the next 30 seconds. And everyone in the chat section, and we'll see the consensus.
Whilst we're doing that, we might as well put Kyle Walker-Peters and Livramento in, because that's who's starting. But let us talk about... I guess we have to talk about Livramento a little bit.
We do.
Because, it's not been the most amazing past 2 games for him. And remember what Ralph said when he was up for, Player of the Month and stuff like that. We don't want it to go to his head. That's it. Fill in the bits that we know.
Yeah. Just what everyone's deciding for us.
Exactly. So with Livramento, I could see maybe benching him this game because the worst thing that could happen tomorrow, the very worst thing is if we do get rammed and Livramento's at the back and he loses a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
You can smash them about through the centre backs, and they will get back for it because they're big hard men, and that's what they do, and they will just bite their tongue. Bednarak after the United game looked good after that game. That's fine, but I think if you're a young guy like Livramento playing against those kind of wingers, fullbacks, having that much attack on you, like he will, I think he will be dealing on with Mane and Robertson down that wing most probably, right? That's their side. That's the side that be attacking them.
Yeah,
and I'm kind of like. I wouldn't kind of rather have Kyle Walker-Peters on that side and Peru on the other side and be slightly more defensive with our wingers, with our fullbacks.
I mean, I see Peru being more of a physical presence.
That's what I mean. Peru would be a lot more physical against Salah.
But he wouldn't be like Peru would be an out-and-out left back. I wouldn't see him as a left wing back.
No, you wouldn't. He would be a fullback. He would do that old kind of Bertrand job in that game. And if you were to ask me out of the three fullbacks, who would you rather have on Salah's side? I would probably say Peru. I would probably say Peru. I do feel defensively he is probably defensively better than the best of the three, so that the other two probably have more going on everywhere else.
Yeah,
they can bring more to the game, but this time we kind of need this one thing, and I kind of think Peru can do the job. And Peru does tend to get tired towards the end of the game, but that doesn't mean to have that position. That wouldn't be too bad to bring to be able to bring a Liverpool on and swap the sides and then attack out for the rest of the game. If that's there's ways to do it.
Yeah,
but I would probably start Kyle Walker-Peters and Peru.
All right. Okay. There doesn't appear to be much chat on the three at the back thing in the chat section, so let's just go with it. So we go Kyle Walker-Peters on that left position, and then we're going to bring in this guy down here. And it'd be
Peru.
Are you going to stick Peru there?
Oh, so it'd be Salasu, but at the fullbacks though, I would go Kyle Walker-Peters and Liverpool, and Kyle Walker-Peters and Peru.
All right, okay. He would definitely start Liverpool though, won't he?
No, he probably will. But I don't think he should.
So what are we doing? What you think he should or what he will? We've got to do what he will. Come on.
Here's the thing. If he does it, great. But if he does what we say, look how smart we'd look.
I think a lot of people will be worried. All right.
I don't.
All right.
If people listen to what I've said here, I think they might be slightly more calmed.
So Kyle Walker-Peters on the left and the right. All right, Peru.
Hey, listen. If the chat come out and think I'm an absolute moron, that's fine. We can change it, but that is what I think.
And we're going to go for
Salasu, Lianco, and Bednarak.
Lianco in the middle.
Well, I don't know. I don't know who you would put in the middle. Probably maybe more like, I don't know. Who would you put in the middle? Salasu?
Yeah. Stevens, if there's going to have one player in the middle, but
that's what I mean. Like, or would you put Bednarak in experienced Bednarak in the middle?
Yeah.
But also, Lianco brings such a fire and a passion to the squad as well. I'm a big fan of Lianco. We all know that the man crush is real.
Yeah.
Filling that Yoshida-shaped hole in my heart. Right. Let's talk about this bit.
Let's get to the interesting parts.
Yep.
So out on the right, obviously Armstrong's out. If he plays Walcott, I think everyone will go nuts.
But here's the thing. In Ralph's mind, it was a mistake to bring Walcott on. It was a mistake to start Diallo instead of Walcott. So I've got a feeling he will start Walcott and maybe sub in with Peru or Diallo later in the game. But he shouldn't. He really shouldn't. It should be Teller.
Okay.
But at the same time, Gineppo is back.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
So could it be Elianusi and Gineppo?
See, I could see Gineppo being here as well.
That's another. Definitely not. That is more outlandish than what I've said. However, I could see Gineppo maybe going there later in the game if Peru is gassed and we need a bit more attack maybe. But
that's true. Yeah. Okay, so what are we going for? Where are we putting? Do you see Armstrong or?
We'll put Moy on the side there.
Moy on this side.
I put Moy on that side, and I put Gineppo on the other side.
All right. Ooh.
This is an insane team. It's great though. This is hard, isn't it?
It is hard because if you think about the form that Shea Adams is in.
Oh, is Redmond back this weekend?
Yeah.
When Redmond starts over Gineppo, it'll be Moy and Redmond.
Moy and Redmond.
That makes way more sense. Roy Redmond, and then that will also, and because Redmond also can slip into that number 10 a bit as well, and people can push up and blah 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 blah.
They switch sides.
But I will be honest, and that this position will either be Shea Adams because he's in form and he is playing really, really well, and let's see if he can take it on his shoulders,
or Brozier.
But I think it's more likely that we will start Adams, see if he can handle it. And if he can, wicked. And if he's still on the form, fantastic. And if not, Brozier to come on because Brozier can definitely do that role. But I feel Shea Adams has learned a bit from Brozier because he's using his body way more. The way he's coming across the ball and blocking the defenders coming through, I think he's been amazing. He's been so strong.
Yeah. Joe's pretty passionate about Walcott not starting.
You're gonna throw fists at just the air. I get that. Yeah.
In jubilation or frustration, it's a big difference. Big difference. Coming in from Fitz now, I just don't want it to be our biggest Prem loss. It is a worry, and I think most Saints fans looking at this thinking free hit. Let's just see what happens. But it's always one of those games where you just think you're not going to get something from, and look what happened when we went to the Etihad, and picked up a point.
Listen, I'm sure when we go to the next bit of score prediction, it will go crazy. But it is a kind of a game where we are all nervous because of what happened against Norwich. If we had beaten Norwich, there's a good chance we would come into this game going, "Oh, maybe we'll get another 1-0 out of it. Maybe we could do this." But everyone's a bit low right now. But we could still get that 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
We've done it before. We did it last year. Okay, it was at home and there was no fans in. But we can do that. We can go to. To be fair, we've only ever won at Anfield 3 times in the league, so that does diminish a little bit.
Yeah,
but we kind of can do that. We can go to the Etihad and get something. We can go to Old Trafford and get. I'm not saying much right now, but we can go to Old Trafford and get something. So there is a fingers crossed mentality of it.
Yeah.
But as long as if we come out of that game with a 0-0 draw, I'll be very happy. That's not going to be our prediction because we don't do that here.
Right, everyone make a note of this. It's Friday, 26th of November. Jack has officially said he would be happy with a draw.
Yeah. But I feel like
the notes reflect that Jack said he'd be happy with a draw.
Jack would be happy with a 0-0 draw against a team who has 17 goals in 4 games in the Champions League. He would, do you know what? I'll take the knee this time. Absolutely. I'm not one of those stupid fighters. It's like, don't throw in the towel. I want to die in the ring. Like, no, I want to go home. Like,
if he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies.
Yeah.
Like, it's just silly. Like, yeah. I mean, we've still got to do score predictions in a minute, so we'll really get into it there.
Well, let us know in the chat section what you think about our audacious squad selection, which is a mixture of what we think Ralph should do and what he will do. So I think up front is what you think he will do, and at the back is what we think he should do. There we go. Half and half.
Half and half.
Half and half. All right, it is that time of the evening where we all get to feel a little bit confident and stick in our score predictions for tomorrow's fixture. As always, please stick in your score predictions in the chat section and we will go through them right after me and Jack have given out ours. And I think it is your turn to go first.
It is my turn.
It is.
And so, I'm going to say Neil... No, I'm not. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to go for 1-0 Southampton.
I would have never guessed that.
Never guessed it, eh? Right? Southampton. I'm going to open my 4-0. So let's go 2-0.
Yeah. What?
2-0 Southampton.
Are you going 2-0 Southampton?
We're going 2-0 Southampton with a Shea Adams goal early on and a James Ward-Prowse free kick. And Ralph's going to cry again.
He said he's not. But I tell you what, if he wins 2-0, he might.
He might.
I will.
He might.
Yeah. We will.
Might.
We definitely will. Wow. So
by the way, seeing as this is also a bit of my... everyone in the comment section, that's their Klopp Talk TV. Go and check out their new video. It's got some pretty faces in it, by the way. So, in the comment section, go check them out. Someone did a very good match preview for them. So.
Nice work. Nice work.
Yeah.
So you're genuinely going for a 2-0 win.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, 2-0. 2-0 Southampton.
All right.
And look at Andy Hills. Andy Hills, the Portsmouth fan, thinks we're going to win 3-1 and Redmond's going to score that. That's crazy. Well, thanks.
I'm not sure.
Thanks, Bobby dude.
I'm not sure. He's. I think that might be for the one, but there we go. Okay, what do I think? Oh my goodness, what do I think?
Come on. I really want you to be brave here. I really want you to be brave.
She had him to score within 5 minutes. Do I? Yes.
Say whatever you want, mate.
Yes.
Say whatever you want. Say it.
She had him to score within 5 minutes, and for us to hold on for a 1-0 win.
You think Southampton can hold on for 85 minutes?
Yeah, well, Norwich are a different opposition to Liverpool, and I think if we score early against Liverpool, then we've got every chance of holding. What am I saying? No, 1-0. 1-0. Called it.
I think Southampton holding on to a 1-0 lead for 85 minutes is more ludicrous than 2-0.
What if I said 1-0 Shane Long in the 93rd minute? We've done that before.
I love round of applause for the man. He's won the bet.
We're part of the bus, and then nick a goal in stoppage time. No, I just think
okay.
however it happens, because we're not allowed to do the D word on this channel. 1-0.
Diallo. You talk about Diallo now. You love him now. He's one of the best players.
Yes, I genuinely think he is. Yeah, he is.
And you're getting him on the back of your shirt for that brace he scored in the League Cup.
Right, so Jack has gone for what seems quite insane 2-0, but we're going with it. And I've gone for what also seems quite an insane 1-0. Right, let's roll through some of the chat sections because there's plenty in here to go through. Thank you all for the score predictions. It's always appreciated. Right, let's go. Starting off with Joe. Member Joe. Details how to become a member channel in the description of this show, as always. Joe Leach is going for a 1-1 to be happy, 4-0 to be realistic. Someone's got their feet on the ground. Josh is with you, Jack. He's also going for it. A 2-0 Saints win.
Come on, Josh. Come on, boy.
Out. And I think Josh actually put that in before you said it as well. So he's not just jumping on the bandwagon then. He was there. David's going for a 1-1. What's the wage pre? That's not a score prediction. That's like a very detailed question. Ethan Ling is going for a 2-0 Saints, also a member of the channel. Welcome along, Ethan. Shay Gray is going for a 4-1 to the Saints. Visnell's going for a 3-0 to Liverpool. Adrian's going for a 2-1 Saints win. Whew. Joe, if we go to Anfield and score 2 goals full stop, I'll be quite happy. I'm going to skip the next one for obvious reasons. Mike King is going for 3-0 to Liverpool. Happy to prove him wrong. Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things where we're not expecting anything, but, love to be proven wrong. Mark, also a member of the channel, is going for a 2-0 Liverpool win. Scott Johnson's going for a 1-0 McCarthy near post.
Love that. Yeah.
Oh.
It means Southampton to win and McCarthy to score at the near post. Yeah. I'll back that.
Header at near post. We're 0-0. I'll picture the scene now. We're 0-0. He
does an Allison on Allison.
Exactly. There's a minute left to stoppage time to be played, and he thought, do you know what? Up you go, McCarthy. Make amends for last week. And
would Ralph be the kind of crazy if it was 0-0 at 90 minutes and be like, get up there?
Can you imagine how much I would love that? That would just be incredible.
Even if we lost from it, we'd be like, I don't care. That was nuts. Yeah. Why did you do that?
Yeah. Exactly. Klopp would be looking like this. What's that? That's some kind of crazy playbook thing.
No, dish management.
Psychological win that would be. Dexter Venom's going for, ouch. Liverpool 5, Saints 0. Jamie 397, 9-0 Saints. Shane Long hat trick of hat tricks. Love it. Love
Hat trick
it.
of a hat trick retires on the mic after the game. So I did it. Blah.
Exactly. See ya.
And the first hat trick to beat Mane's, is it 3 goals in 4 minutes? 3
Yeah.
goals in 5 minutes? I
Fastest hat
want him to have the fastest goal in the Premier League and the fastest hat trick, and then just be like, boom, I'm out of here.
Yeah, that would be amazing. So thank you for all those score predictions, as always. Very much appreciated. I think, in summary, though, what I definitely don't want to happen is this or above.
Yeah.
Obviously. But I think that's the kind of what a lot of Saints fans will be thinking. Oh my goodness, look at Liverpool. They're absolutely incredible at the moment. So let's hope that...
There's a little bit of me, a tiny bit of me that hopes that Klopp would go, oh, Rav cried last time. Let's not pepper him too much. He's an emotional lad, and I like him. He's Alpine me. Let's just...
Yeah.
He's going to start Livermento to annoy us.
just to go against what we were saying.
Yeah.
But,
Livermento, by the way, I'm sorry, no, Minamino, by the way, a player that I feel like we could have really benefited with this season.
do you think?
I think so.
I
think in those games where we've not had Armstrong, those games where we've not had Redmond, we need I think a thing that we need apart from a goalkeeper is a wicked winger. Because I think we've got a lot of all right wingers. I think Armstrong's the best, then it's Redders, and then I think it's a big drop off.
Yeah.
I think it's a huge drop off. I think the next one you probably might say, Teller or Theo, and we all think Teller's better, but obviously Theo's got the pull. Mm-hmm. Gineppo now, what we've been saying, like we need him to step up, and he's kind of yet to do it. I know he's been injured and out for a bit, but he needs to.
He's been out for quite a while, actually.
He needs to come back on fighting form, and he was good. He was on his way there before he went out, so hopefully he comes back and can really get up. But I know that a lot of people didn't like Minamino last season, but I thought he was, he helped us out quite a lot. I liked him. I like Minamino.
Yeah. It was certainly scored some electric goals. He had a couple of
That goal against Chelsea.
Yeah, and that goal against Newcastle, even though we lost 3-2 when we had 9 men in the pitch, still a very good goal. But
I would quite like Jota from Celtic. If you're asking me who I would like Jota from Celtic.
Oh, have you spotted a question in there that I've missed?
No, I'm just. Whilst we're talking about wingers, I did a big post the other day on our Instagram where I put up pretty much every one of the transfer rumours, even though Raz come out the week and said he's extremely happy with the squad, and this will probably be our squad to the end of the season. I don't think we're getting anything in January. I think that's what he's saying. We did.
That's all kind of marketing talk at the moment. It's under promise and over deliver, and if you under promise that much, then it's impossible for you not to over deliver.
Yeah, and I think if one thing's very clear right now, it's hard to get things out of Europe, but it's very easy to get things from Scotland, because if you can get Steven Gerrard.
You sounded sort of political when you said that.
Footbally political. It's very easy to get things out of Scotland.
Yeah, and Newcastle find it difficult to get things out of anywhere.
Yeah. Just get anything in. It is the most Newcastle. Like the funniest thing that happened in all of this is the fact that Eddie Howe wasn't there at the first game. It's like, yeah, that sums it up, doesn't it? That's been this whole takeover for Newcastle.
Yeah, couldn't wait that.
My favourite image of that game was the banners that said Eddie Howe's Black and White Army, and the camera slowly pulled out to see the crowd all jumping, and Violet pulled all the way out to see the whole stand, and you saw Sports Direct over the top of it. You're like, fantastic.
Oh dear. There's a question here from just acknowledging Shay's comment there. Teller could have easily done the job a Minamino would do. I think there's a lot of talk amongst the players about how talented Teller is, and I think that's adding to the frustration of why, Saints fans thinking, "Oh, why isn't he playing? Why isn't?"
And he's looked good in the games that we've seen him, and compared to Theo, as much as I wanted this Theo to work out, and as nice it was last season, he's just not kicked on the season, and it does the injuries, everything. He just kind of looks like he looks like the obvious thing, the appointment that it was. I just kind of want him to sort of maybe take his pay cut, consider retirement, and maybe go help out with the B squad.
Wow, what do you really think, Jack?
Well, do something to make me think otherwise.
I know.
I can't help it.
I know, but we last time we saw Nathan Tedder was actually at that away in the cup game at Chelsea, and he was great. He was brilliant, and then suddenly he got taken off during the second half, and there was quite a few boos in the away stand. They were not happy with it because I don't think we made that much of a difference with him off the pitch.
Absolutely.
There we go. And there it goes. Solidifies it. Teller on FIFA is tellific.
Surely you want a tellerific. That'd be a better one, right?
That would have been. Rolls off the tongue better. Come here from Scott. Ralph to burst out laughing when we lose. Opposites attract. There we go.
Probably.
Like a madman.
I saw a thing recently, a poll saying that Ralph, I think he ranked up in they gave him the 5th hardest looking manager in the league.
Well, I wouldn't mess with him.
Is it because I think he's lovable that I don't see that at all? I'm like, does he look hard to me? Just love him.
Looks stacked, doesn't he? He's like,
I just look at him in that waistcoat and I just think maybe there is a slightly drunk uncle at a wedding ready to start swinging. Maybe, I mean, who knows?
Yeah, maybe not in tartan trousers though. It kind of sort of softens the look even further. But,
I think that's because that adds to the stealth attack. If you see a guy in tartan trousers, you're like, "There's no way this guy's hitting me," and then
he's at you. Talking of transfer news here, Adrian's got a comment here. Have you guys seen a rumor of the young fanatic Saints goalkeeper from Ajax possibly coming?
Yeah, I saw that. I can't remember his name. I think he's 19. He's a young lad, and he's from. I think he is Dutch, but he grew up as a Southampton fan, which is weird.
He is Dutch, but he's a Southampton. Is there something wrong with Dutch? No,
it's just that if you were from from the Netherlands, there's so many good teams to support over there.
That is true.
If you met me and I was like, yeah, I'm an Ajax fan, you'd be like, what? Why? Why are you an Ajax fan? It would just be strange. It would just be strange.
Yeah, but what era was he watching? Especially at 19. I love that. At 19.
Exactly at 19. So he might
that was a rough period.
Or either that, or he got into us whilst watching the Lambert years, maybe his first Prem. That's 10 years ago.
Yeah, maybe the resurgence back into the Prem.
That's about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So maybe
Poch,
then
maybe
that. So maybe it was that. To be fair, maybe it was Koeman there because Dutch.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This is all me speculating. But yeah.
What's this? Mate, if Diallo scores a brace, will you get a tattoo? No. But if it's going,
if he gets a hat trick,
no, still no. What you want to put something on that?
I mean, it's not that funny if I do it. It's hilarious if you do it.
Well, you saying it would be expected if you just do it anyway, even if
here's the thing: it doesn't take much for me to be to get a stupid tattoo. I'm sorry, I've got Mr. Burns on my arm, mate. Let's not sit here and pretend that Jack doesn't get silly tattoos. And for me to get Diallo on would just be. Although it would be slightly insulting if I got Diallo before I got Yoshida. I'd have to get two. I'd have to get two at the same time.
It's true. I'm just thinking of other ridiculous ones. Maybe if Shane Long gets a hat trick tomorrow, that'd be outlandish enough. But you just never know. No, I wouldn't even bet on that. No, I was just going back to the Dutch thing. I thought it was quite funny. I thought you were referring to the Ted Lasso thing. Where he said, sorry, he's not being rude. He's just from the Netherlands.
Sorry, mate. My Ted Lasso quotage is not deep in me yet. I know you're excited for.
My favourite one.
Guys, I can't tell you how excited we got tickets to Crystal Palace away, and it isn't Crystal Palace away. It's Richmond away. That's what Mike's there for. It's Richmond away. We're
going away to watch Richmond FC versus Southampton in December. Yeah, got to be done. Got to be done. So it's our first away day together actually.
This season, yeah.
Yeah,
this season it would be, yeah. Yeah, about to say we've been away.
Yeah.
But yeah, this season officially. Yeah. I mean, technically we saw Southampton beat away.
It's true. Yeah.
True.
Yep.
So yeah, got you there, didn't I?
Go see the replay of the cup game as well. That'd be nice. So to finalise on the Liverpool game, is there anyone aside from Salah? Obviously, you're worried about. Is there anyone else within that side that you're thinking that's going to be tough?
Yeah, I think Salah, Jota, Mane, Henderson, Fabinho, Trent, Robbo, Van Dijk, Alisson, Milner off the bench, Minamino off the bench.
They're quite good, aren't they?
Yeah, the list could go on, really.
All right, point taken.
So yeah, there's a few players in that squad I'm
There's a few
afraid of.
There's a few in there. I think, and also last week, unfortunately, things didn't go for us in the clubs around us. Like everyone in the bottom half picked up at least a point.
Yeah, but we didn't move though. Did we? We stayed at 13th. Did we not?
I'm not
sure. We stuck. We stayed at 13th.
You sure?
Yep, we stayed at 13th. The people around us got points, but not the right people. Did Everton pick up points?
No.
Everton and Leicester didn't pick up points, which is and neither did Brentford. I think maybe they did. I can't remember. No, they didn't. So people did, but not the right people. So luckily, we stayed in 13th.
Yeah. Looking at the other fixtures over the weekend, I mean, it's kicking off with Arsenal versus Newcastle. I think it'd be very difficult for Newcastle to get anything from that game after Arsenal just been hammered by Liverpool. So they'll be looking for a response. But Newcastle they're scoring goals, so it's whether or not they can stop conceding them. I think it'll be the problem for them. Palace versus Villa. That's gonna be a tough game for Villa. Obviously, there's ourselves versus Liverpool away. Norwich versus Wolves. Brighton versus Leeds. It's gonna be another tricky one for Leeds. And then on the Sunday fixtures, it is Brentford at Everton. I think that might be a tough game for Everton. Burnley against Spurs. Leicester versus Watford. So I'd expect
Burnley Spurs. If Conte loses to Burnley. Did you see his quote this after their horrific loss in the Conference Cup?
Yeah.
Of him saying, "I didn't realise how bad it was."
Yeah.
That is that, and it was that time Conte realised he messed up.
Yeah. It's yeah. There was some interesting comments about that as well, about people saying, this is an opportunity for these players to show what they can do to the manager. And I was thinking, yeah, but it's also the opportunity for the manager to get a good result against a quite lesser side.
Yeah.
At what point does that pendulum swing to actually it's the manager's fault? So yeah.
Yep.
There we go.
Hey, let's not start asking that question, otherwise we're going to get into some right ropey territory.
Yeah, we will. So I think that pretty much sums up. Any other final thoughts for tomorrow? Obviously, let us know if you're going up to the game in the chat section. I know there's a few subscribers of the channel that are actually making the journey up there. It's one that I kind of wanted to do, but it didn't work out with the family calendar stuff. So never mind. Next season. Yeah,
it was suggested by the crew, but but we'll be staying at home. Nice day. I might even watch it in bed. Are you about tomorrow?
Am I about tomorrow? That's in parts, but no, I'm pretty much.
Are you about during that game?
No. Well, my system didn't enable me to watch the other one, so I'm not expecting that I'll be able to watch this one. So
I think because I'm not working tomorrow, so there's a good chance that we could just get on here and watch it.
Oh, okay.
Just saying I am about to.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
I don't want to give these people too much good, but
Yeah. I don't want to ruin your day or my day if it goes horribly wrong, but
Listen, don't worry. That's not good. That's nothing to do with us. If it's going to ruin the day, it's going to ruin the day regardless. Don't worry. It's going to be fine. But no. But no. No, I'm just looking forward to football, mate. I guess I'm just looking forward to football. But more importantly, can we before we go, can we mention my awesome new Southampton Saints hoodie? Let's
fashion show. Fashion show, fashion show. Jack has been to the club shop. Wow, he's full tracksuit. Look at that.
Yep, he's not messing about. He came here to play.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty cool. Sorry, so I just commented here thinking like, watch it together in bed, and Jack was showing off his pajamas.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with it. It's
I'm
2021, guys.
I'm just
2021,
jealous.
guys. There's nothing wrong with a couple of bros in their pajamas watching the football in bed together. There's nothing wrong with it.
Exactly.
That's how I play FIFA with all my mates.
Oh, look at that! I'm watching in full kit. I have that thing though where if I'm watching a Saints game, I have to put on a shirt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because
It feels a bit weird not wearing a shirt.
Because we're fully adult. You know what? The funniest thing of that is like when it's going to be so cold, like going out to the games in the next few months, and I will still wear a Southampton shirt, even though it's going to be under so many layers.
It'll be under there. It'll be under there. So yeah. Oh, I picked up one of these. Yeah.
Look at that! Look at that!
Matchday training shop. So available in the club shop. Oh,
we went mad. Black Friday sales on now. Go to the pop-up store in the Marlings. It's great.
And you get your season ticket discount on top of Black Friday discount.
Oh my god, that made it even better.
Not bad.
Made it even better. Black Friday, and season ticket discount. Fantastic stuff. Cheers to the boys.
Indeed. Indeed. Absolutely love it. Right. Well, thank you so much to everyone who's joined us for this live preview show, which has been very late, but
worth it though.
Better late than never, right? Better late than never. So let us know if you're going up to the game in the chat section. Let us know your score prediction in the comment section if you're watching this on replay, because obviously you won't be able to use the chat section. So yeah, let us know if you're going up to the game, what your score predictions are. Stick them in the comment section. But thank you so much to everyone who's joined us live here on the show. As always, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And me and Jack will see you in another one. All right, see ya.
Bye.